Archangel Michael has an urgent message specifically for you today about your neighbor. You've been feeling something strange lately, that uncomfortable sensation of being watched, those whispered conversations that suddenly stop when you walk by, the curious glances you catch from the corner of your eye. These feelings aren't your imagination. The powerful guardian angel Archangel Michael is watching over you right now, and he needs you to know what's really been happening. Your neighbor has been talking about you in secret with other people in ways you never expected. Divine protection is revealing what has been said behind closed doors, and the truth will shock you. Those blue flashes of light you've seen, the sudden protective thoughts that come from nowhere, the dreams where you feel surrounded by safety, these are all signs from Archangel Michael trying to prepare you for this revelation. This message came to you today for a specific divine reason. What your neighbor has been saying about you is creating an energy field that affects your home's peace, your sleep patterns, and even the opportunities coming into your life. Archangel Michael has revealed that your neighbor has been having secret conversations about you. This isn't just casual small talk or innocent mentions of your name. These are focused, repeated discussions where they've been watching you closely and sharing their observations with multiple other people. The phrase, "they said you look," carries powerful spiritual implications that most people don't understand. Whatever words follow this phrase create either blessing energy or curse energy in the spiritual realm. Your neighbor's repeated words about you have been forming an invisible energy field around your home and your life. This affects everything: how well you sleep at night, your mood during the day, even whether certain opportunities reach you or get blocked. Words spoken about us repeatedly become spiritual forces that gain power over time. Your neighbor's observations have been shared with other neighbors, creating a network of energy and attention focused on you without your knowledge. The truth about what they've been saying will completely change how you understand everything that's been happening in your life lately. This isn't paranoia or overthinking. This is divine revelation being given to you for your protection and understanding. Archangel Michael wants you to know the actual words, because understanding their true meaning will free you from the confusion you've been feeling. Now Archangel Michael reveals the actual phrase your neighbor has been repeating to others. They said you look protected. This is the truth that changes everything. Your neighbor has noticed something different about you, a spiritual light that surrounds you even though they might not have words to explain what they are seeing. They've been discussing your unusual energy with other neighbors in hushed, almost reverent tones. Something about them has changed recently. These are the actual conversations happening about you. They've noticed that you seem unreachable by the normal drama and negativity that affects everyone else on your street. Your neighbor sees that bad situations don't stick to you the way they stick to other people. They've been observing how you remain strangely peaceful even when chaos surrounds you. It's like they have an invisible shield around them. These are the actual words being spoken. Some of your neighbors feel slightly intimidated by your energy without fully understanding why they feel this way. Others feel mysteriously drawn to you, wanting to be near your peaceful presence. Your neighbor noticed that problems in your life seem to resolve in unexpected ways. They've watched you go through genuine difficulties but noticed you maintain an unusual calmness that doesn't make sense to them. Their eyes look different now, clearer, more knowing, another phrase repeated in these secret discussions. There have been conversations about how your home feels different from other houses on the street. They've wondered why your garden grows better, why animals seem attracted to your property, why children naturally gravitate toward you. The neighbor who started these conversations has some spiritual sensitivity themselves, even if they don't realize it. They recognize divine protection even without understanding what they are actually seeing. Archangel Michael wants you to understand something important about how the spiritual realm works. When people speak about you repeatedly, they create what are called thought forms, actual energy structures that take shape in the invisible world around you. Your neighbor's observations have been mostly positive, which means they've actually been amplifying your divine protection without realizing it. Even when their comments carry a hint of envy or jealousy, those words still contain acknowledgement of your spiritual power, which strengthens it further. Archangel Michael is revealing this because you need to understand your visibility in the spiritual realm has increased dramatically. Your light has grown so bright that even spiritually unaware people are noticing it and feeling compelled to talk about it. This visibility brings both protection and responsibility that you need to be aware of. Some neighbors are unconsciously trying to understand your peace because they are searching for their own. Others may try to disturb your peace specifically because it highlights the chaos in their own lives. The phrase "you look protected" is actually functioning as a spiritual blessing when spoken about you, even if the speaker doesn't intend it that way. Words of recognition, even when whispered in secret, strengthen and reinforce whatever they acknowledge. Your neighbor has been unknowingly testifying to your divine covering every time they mention it. This explains why you felt both watched and somehow safer at the same time lately. The spiritual realm responds powerfully to spoken observations about people who carry divine anointing. When your spiritual light becomes visible to others, Archangel Michael says you need stronger energetic boundaries around yourself and your home. Begin each morning with this specific prayer: Archangel Michael, I call upon your protection for my home and all who dwell here. Surround this property with your blue light of strength and truth. Then take a moment to visualize bright blue light forming a protective dome over your entire property, extending from deep underground to high above your roof. Place small mirrors facing outward near your windows. This creates a spiritual reflection that sends any negative observation energy back to its source without harm. Keep a bowl of salt water just inside your front door, changing it weekly. This absorbs any jealous or envious energy that might try to enter your home. When you sense your neighbor watching you or talking about you, pause and silently bless them with light. This simple act transforms any potential negative energy into neutral or even positive force. Wear or carry something blue when you know you'll encounter neighbors who have been observing you. This serves as an anchor for Archangel Michael's protective presence. Before leaving your home each day, ground yourself by imagining roots extending from your feet deep into the earth, stabilizing your energy. Learn the invisible cloak technique for times when you need to move through your neighborhood unnoticed. Visualize yourself wrapped in soft gray light that allows you to blend into your surroundings energetically. Clear your home's energy at least once weekly by opening windows, clapping sharply in each corner, and ringing a bell or chime. Speak protection over your home regularly by declaring, "This home is surrounded by divine light. Only love and peace dwell here." Archangel Michael wants you to understand why your spiritual growth has made you more noticeable to the people around you. The light you carry functions like a spiritual lighthouse in your neighborhood. Some people are naturally drawn to lighthouses while others find them disturbing or uncomfortable. Your increased visibility is actually a sign of spiritual promotion, a recognition that you've reached a new level of spiritual maturity and responsibility. Your actions and energy now influence more people than you realize, even when you're just living your normal daily life. Small gestures of kindness that you perform have amplified effects when you carry such strong spiritual light. Your neighbor's observations aren't just gossip, they're spreading awareness of something real and transformative. This is actually how spiritual awakening spreads through communities, not through preaching but through visible transformation that makes people curious. Others subconsciously recognize what they've been searching for when they see it in you. Your ability to remain calm during chaos shows people around you that genuine peace is actually possible in this world. The discussions about you, even when whispered in secret, are planting seeds in other hearts. Some people who gossip about your difference are really asking themselves how they might find what you have. Understanding this helps you remain humble and compassionate toward those who observe you. Your visibility isn't about being special or superior, it's about being of service to others who need to see that spiritual transformation is real and achievable. When neighbors discuss your protected appearance, they're actually testifying to divine reality whether they realize it or not. Archangel Michael offers specific guidance about how to maintain authentic relationships while carrying strong spiritual energy that others can sense. The most important thing is to stay humble. Your light isn't better than anyone else's light, it's just more visible at this current moment in your journey. Offer genuine kindness to your neighbors without expecting them to understand or recognize what you carry. When neighbors directly ask you about your peace or why you seem different, share simple truths without preaching or explaining too much. Responses like "I've been praying more lately" or "I'm learning to trust life more" give honest answers without overwhelming people. Avoid the trap of spiritual pride that can come from knowing you're being observed and discussed positively. Remember that every person's spiritual journey is different, and some of your neighbors may actually need distance from your energy in order to do their own inner work. Respect other people's processes without taking their distance personally or as rejection. Create gentle but firm boundaries with neighbors who try to constantly drain your energy through complaints, drama, or demands for your time. Offer help when you feel genuinely moved to do so, not from obligation or to prove your spirituality. Keep your personal spiritual practices private while allowing the results of those practices to speak naturally through your life. Avoid discussing your spiritual experiences in detail unless you feel truly guided to share with someone specific. When neighbors criticize you or gossip negatively, respond by silently blessing them rather than defending yourself. Your peaceful response to negativity demonstrates the reality of your spiritual development more than any words could. This revelation about your neighbor's observations is just the beginning of understanding your expanding spiritual mission. Archangel Michael is preparing you to recognize that your influence is growing beyond what you can see directly. Your neighborhood represents your first mission field, not through preaching or convincing anyone, but simply through your consistent presence and the peace you carry. The discussions happening about you are opening hearts that you may never personally speak to. Someone hearing about your protected appearance from a neighbor might be inspired to seek their own spiritual protection. Your visible peace during genuine hardship gives other people permission to believe that they too can find peace. This is how spiritual awakening spreads organically through communities, through living examples rather than arguments or explanations. Your daily choices now carry weight beyond your immediate awareness. The light you carry is actually changing the spiritual atmosphere of your entire area. More people will notice, more discussions will happen, and more hearts will quietly open. Stay grounded, stay humble, stay protected, and most importantly, stay open to Archangel Michael's continued guidance about your purpose. Archangel Michael stands with you right now as you receive this message, protecting your increased spiritual visibility. Begin using these protection practices today to strengthen the boundaries around your growing light. Your neighbor's secret observations actually confirm that your spiritual growth is real and visible to others. Show your gratitude for this divine revelation by giving super thanks up to $20. This energy exchange strengthens your continued protection and guidance as your mission expands.